Okay, here's the moment my life imploded. It's a sticky Tuesday evening in Syracuse, New York, last week, and I'm in our garage wrenching on my old Harley, my go-to escape since the kids moved out. The air's thick with humidity, crickets are chirping like crazy, and I've got Tom Petty cranked up on the radio. Then I trip over Linda's gardening bag, this beat-up green thing she's been hauling around all summer. Something clinks out, a cheap silver necklace with a crescent moon pendant. It's not hers. I've cataloged every piece of jewelry my wife of 27 years owns in my head, and this ain't on the list. I pick it up, puzzled, and that's when I hear her voice from the kitchen, low, hushed, like she's guarding a secret. Linda's not subtle, she's the woman who hollers at me over the TV when the Bills are playing. I edge closer, necklace in my sweaty hand, and catch her on the phone. No, he's messing with that bike again. He won't find it. I'll meet you tomorrow, usual time. Then she lets out this flirty little laugh and says, God, Riley, you're trouble. I love it. Riley. My brain stalls out. Riley's this 20-year-old art student who barreled into our lives 6 months back, literally. Linda rear-ended her rusty Toyota at a stoplight on James Street last January. No injuries, but Riley's car was junk and Linda felt guilty as heck. She bought her coffee to say sorry, and soon Riley's at our place, sketching Linda's roses for some art project. I thought it was cute, my 50-year-old wife playing mentor to this paint-splattered kid with tattoos crawling up her arms. Now I'm standing there, garage heat sticking my shirt to my back, clutching this necklace and realizing I've been blind. I don't confront her that night. I shove the necklace back in the bag, crack a beer, and we eat Dino's takeout like it's just another day. Linda's yapping about her job at the community college library, but her phone's practically welded to her hand. She keeps angling it away, smirking at the screen. I play along, but after she dozes off on the couch to some cheesy Hallmark flick, I grab her old tablet from the upstairs closet. Passcode's still our son's birthday, March 22nd, 99, bingo. The messages gut me. You left your necklace here, Linda texted last week. Riley's reply, keep it. Looks better on you. Then, last night was unreal, counting hours, till I see you, you're my muse. There's a pic, Linda in our backyard, wearing that crescent moon necklace, grinning like she's young again. I scroll back, coffee turned into art sessions at Riley's dingy apartment near SU. Linda's been feeding me late shift excuses for months. Next morning, she's all sunshine, sipping iced coffee in her robe. Gotta hit the nursery for some plants, she says, slinging that gardening bag over her shoulder. I nod, but I'm done being the chump. I tail her in my truck, weaving through traffic as the sun beats down. She doesn't head to the nursery, she pulls into the Erie Canal towpath parking lot, a quiet stretch where folks walk dogs and ride bikes. There's Riley, lounging on a bench, twirling a paintbrush. Linda hops out and they don't even pretend, they hug, linger, then stroll off down the path, arms brushing. I'm parked there, sweating bullets, when I spot a sketchbook on her Subaru's passenger seat. She left it behind. I grab it, flip it open, pages of roses, the canal, Linda's face sketched a dozen times, all signed, R. One page has a note, 2 more months, then we're free. Free from what? Me? Our marriage? Back home, I rummage through her bag again. Under the gardening gloves, there's a keychain with a single key, no tag. My gut screams it's to Riley's place. I sit there, take out cold on the counter, and let out this jagged laugh. My wife's not just cheating with a girl who could be her kid, she's got a whole hidden life. What do you even do with that? Confront her? Follow her again? Smash that necklace and call it quits? I'm spinning out, tell me what you'd do. I'm a man on a mission. It's Wednesday morning, the Syracuse sun's already roasting the pavement, and I'm sweating through my t-shirt before I even start the truck. Linda's out weeding with friends again, her latest alibi, and I've got that key burning a hole in my pocket. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm done sitting around while my wife of 27 years builds a secret life with Riley, the 20-year-old art chick who's got her hooked. I've got a hunch the key's tied to Riley's place. She's crashing in a rundown apartment near Syracuse University. Linda mentioned it once, all casual, like it was no big deal. I roll up to the block, a sweaty mix of student dives and taco joints, and spot her building, a peeling 3-story walk-up with murals splashed across the brick. The key doesn't fit the front door, but there's a row of lockboxes by the mailboxes, those little metal things for package drops. I try the key on a whim, and click, number 3B pops open. Inside, there's a padded envelope. No name. Just a sticky note. For L. My hands shake as I rip it open. It's a stack of handwritten letters, tied with a rubber band, and a plain ticket stub. Syracuse to Portland, Oregon, one way, dated 3 weeks ago. The top letters in Riley's messy scrawl. Missed you while I was gone. Can't wait till we don't have to hide anymore. Another one, dated last month. The cash is almost ready. 2 more months. Babe. Cash? What cash? My stomach twists. I'm starting to think this isn't just some fling. I'm about to bolt when I hear the stairs creak. It's Linda. Gardening bag slung over her shoulder, frozen halfway up. Her face goes white, then red. What the hell are you doing here? She snaps, storming over. I hold up the letters, voice shaking. Care to explain this? She snatches them, yelling about privacy and how I'm suffocating her. I fire back. Suffocating? You're sneaking around with a kid and planning trips I don't know about. She glares, clutching the envelope like it's gold, and says, You don't get it, Tom. This isn't about you. Then she's gone, peeling out in her Subaru before I can process it. Back home, I'm a wreck. The house feels like a sauna, AC's on the fritz, and I'm pacing with a warm beer I don't even drink. Linda's flipped the script. Now I'm the bad guy for snooping. But those letters stick with me. I dig through her tablet again. Same passcode, still works, and find a hidden email thread with Riley. He's clueless, Linda wrote 2 days ago. Riley's reply, Good. Keep it that way till we're set. Set for what? Then I see it. An email from our bank, forwarded to Riley. A $5,000 withdrawal from our joint savings, dated last Friday. I call the bank, hands sweaty on the phone. The rep confirms it. Linda's been pulling cash every couple weeks, totaling $12,000 over 3 months. She said it was for home repairs. The guy tells me, Repairs? Our house is fine, unless you count the AC, which she hasn't bothered fixing. I sit there, cicadas buzzing outside, and it hits me. She's funding something big. A new life? A scam? I don't know, but I'm furious. 25 years of marriage, and she's draining us for a girl she met over a fender bender. That night, she comes home late, acting like nothing happened. She's humming, tossing a salad, while I'm stewing at the table. I blurted out, Where's the $12,000, Linda? She freezes, lettuce in midair, then laughs nervous. Fake. What are you talking about? I tell her I called the bank. Her eyes narrow, and she slams the bowl down. You're paranoid, Tom. It's my money too. Then she grabs her keys and storms out again, leaving me with wilted greens and a sinking feeling. I'm alone now, staring at that key on the counter. Was she testing me? Is Riley some mastermind? Or is Linda just lost? I can't tell if I'm angrier at her or myself for not seeing it sooner. What's my play here? Confront her again? Track Riley down? Or just lawyer up and cut my losses? I'm drowning in this heat. Give me something to hold on to. It's Thursday now, a humid Syracuse afternoon, and I'm at the Sunoco on Westcott Street, filling up my truck. The air smells like gas and fried food from the diner next door, and I'm still reeling from finding out Linda's yanked $12,000 from our joint account. Then I see her, Riley, strutting across the lot like she owns it, paint-splattered sneakers and that smug little smirk I've come to hate. She clocks me and doesn't even flinch, just saunters over, twirling her keys, and leans against my truck like we're old pals. Hey, Tom, she says, voice dripping with fake sweetness. Linda's happier now, you know. You should let her go. I'm gripping the gas pump so hard my knuckles turn white. Happier? I snap. She's lying to me, and you're helping her bleed us dry. Riley laughs. Sharp, cutting, and says, She's not your prisoner. Maybe she's tired of playing housewife. Then she winks and peels off in her new ride. A shiny Mazda that sure as heck doesn't match a broke student's budget. I'm fuming, heat radiating off the asphalt, and I can't shake her words. Tired of me? After 27 years? I drive home, windows down, trying to cool off, but my brain's on fire. Linda's still AWOL after our blowout last night. She hasn't answered my texts, and the house feels like a tomb. I grab her tablet again. Same passcode, still works, and dig into her bank app this time. Another withdrawal popped up yesterday. $3,000, transferred to a Venmo account I don't recognize. That's $15,000 gone now, and I'm starting to think Riley's not just some fling. She's got Linda wrapped around her finger, and our money's the prize. I call the bank again, practically yelling through the phone. The rep's all calm, saying, "Sir, it's a joint account. She's within her rights." Rights? What about my rights to not be screwed over? I hang up, pacing the kitchen, when I spot her gardening bag still by the door. I dump it out: gloves, trowel, that crescent moon necklace, and find a crumpled receipt from the Soundgarden, a record store downtown. It's for $200 cash, dated 2 days ago, signed with a little R in the corner. Linda doesn't even like vinyl. That night, she finally shows up, breezing in like nothing's wrong. She's got this glow, sun-kissed cheeks, hair loose, and it hits me how different she looks. Younger, lighter, like she's shedding our life. I don't waste time. Another $3,000, Linda? What's it for? Riley's new car. She rolls her eyes, tossing her bag on the counter. You're obsessed, Tom. It's my money too, stop policing me. I hold up the receipt. This isn't gardening cash. What's going on? She snatches it, face hardening, and says, "You wouldn't understand. I'm living for once." Then she storms upstairs, slamming the bedroom door. I'm left in the kitchen, crickets screaming outside, and I can't sit still. I grab my keys and head to Riley's apartment again. No plan, just adrenaline. The street's alive with students grilling on porches, music thumping, but her building's dark. I buzz her unit, no answer. Then I see it through her window, a light flickers, and there's Linda's silhouette, laughing, holding a drink. Riley's there too, leaning close. I'm about to pound the door when a neighbor, a grizzled guy with a beer gut, yells, "They left an hour ago, buddy. Party's elsewhere." I mumble thanks and slink back to my truck, feeling like a fool. If you're just tuning in, my wife Linda's been sneaking around with Riley, a 20-year-old art student, siphoning our savings while I'm losing my mind, catch up on my last posts. It's Friday now, Syracuse is baking under a late July sun, and I'm still reeling from Riley's smug little gas station ambush yesterday. I can't shake her words. Linda's happier now, or the $15,000 that's vanished from our account. I need answers, so I do something drastic. I hire a PI. His name's Mike, a gruff ex-cop I found through a buddy at the hardware store. We meet at Destiny USA Mall, tucked in a corner of the food court over greasy pretzels. I hand him Linda's tablet, the necklace, the Soundgarden receipt, everything I've got. Dig into this Riley girl, I tell him. Something's off. Mike nods, scribbling notes, and says he'll call me in a couple days. I head home, the mall's AC a brief escape from the humidity, but my head's a furnace of worry. That night, I can't sleep. Linda's crashed upstairs after another late errand, and I'm on the couch replaying how this all started. 6 months ago, January 12th, Linda rear-ended Riley's Toyota at that James Street light. I remember it clear as day, icy roads, Linda shaken but unhurt, Riley all smiles despite her wrecked car. Linda wouldn't stop talking about how sweet Riley was, how she felt so bad. Coffee turned into art sessions, and I thought it was harmless. Yeah? I'm not so sure. Mike calls Saturday morning, voice low like he's onto something. That crash? It was a random, he says. I pulled traffic cam footage, cost me a favor with a guy at the city. Linda didn't slip. She aimed for Riley's car, tapped it just hard enough to stop her. I'm standing in the kitchen, coffee going cold, brain misfiring. What? I choke out. Mike keeps going. Riley was at that light every day, same time, same route. Linda knew her pattern. I'd bet my license they'd met before. I flash back harder. Last December, Linda dragged me to an art fair at the Everson Museum, some student showcase. Riley was there, selling sketches, chatting Linda up about her, inspiring energy. I thought it was just small talk, but now it clicks. Linda started driving James Street every morning after that, claiming it was faster to work. She staged the crash to get close to Riley. My wife didn't just stumble into this, she planned it. Mike's not done. Riley's got a history, he says. Real name's Riley Decker, dropped out of SU last year. She's tied to this guy, Victor Pell, an art mentor who's been flagged for scamming older women. Teaches girls like Riley to charm, flirt, drain bank accounts. Cops can't pin him yet, but the pattern's there. I'm pacing now, the backyard humming with cicadas. So Riley's playing her? I ask. Mike grunts. Maybe. Or Linda's in too deep to see it. Either way, that cash? It's not for love, it's for something they're cooking up. I hang up, dizzy. Linda's downstairs now, watering her roses like nothing's wrong, humming some tune I don't recognize. I watch her through the window, my wife, my partner, the woman who swore till death do us part. Was it all a lie? I grab a beer from the fridge, pop it open, and sit on the porch, replaying 27 years. The early days, picnics at Green Lakes, dancing at our wedding in that tacky rented hall, feel like someone else's life. She stopped laughing with me years ago, started staring out windows like she was trapped. Did I miss the signs, or did she bury them? She comes inside, brushing dirt off her hands, and I can't hold it in. You set up that crash, didn't you? I say, voice flat. Her eyes widen, then narrow. What do you want about now, Tom? She snaps. I tell her about the footage. She laughs cold, brittle, and says, you're delusional. I'd never hurt anyone. Then she grabs her gardening bag and bolts, tires squealing as she peels out. It's Sunday now, Syracuse is a sweaty mess, and I'm still processing the PI's bombshell about the crash being a setup. I've barely slept, the house reeks of stale beer and regret, and Linda's been dodging me since I called her out yesterday. She finally shows up around noon, breezing in with that gardening bag like it's her lifeline. She's sunburned, hair wild, and there's this weird energy about her, nervous but defiant. I'm done dancing around it. Linda, I say, leaning against the counter, we need to talk. No more lies. She sighs, drops the bag, and crosses her arms. Fine, Tom. You want the truth? I love her. Riley's everything you're not, alive, free, real? Her voice cracks, but her eyes are steel. I stare, coffee mug trembling in my hand. Love? I choke out. You staged a crash for her. You're stealing our money for her. She flinches but doesn't back down. It's not stealing, it's mine too. And yeah, I wanted to meet her. I saw her at that art fair and she woke me up. I've been sleepwalking with you for years. I laugh, bitter and loud, startling the dog next door into barking. Sleepwalking? We built a life, 2 kids, this house, 27 years. And you throw it away for some kid with paint on her jeans. She steps closer, voice low. It's not throwing away. It's starting over. You wouldn't get it. I'm about to lose it when I notice her phone buzz on the counter. Riley's name flashes. I grab it before she can and she lunges, but I'm faster. The text reads, Portland's a go. 1 month. I shove it in her face. Portland? You're leaving me in New York. She snatches the phone, face red. It's not set yet, she mutters. We're just planning. I press harder. With $15,000 of our money? What's the endgame here, Linda? She clams up, grabs her bag, and heads for the door, but not before tossing out, you'll be fine, Tom. You always are. Then she's gone again, leaving me with more questions than answers. I collapse on the couch, fan whirring overhead, and dig into her tablet, still unlocked, thank God. The email thread with Riley's got new stuff. Victor says we're close. Keep him off the scent. Victor, that's the shady mentor, Mike, the PI flagged. Another email mentions a studio space in Portland tied to some art collective. Is this a scam, a new life, or both? I'm sweating through my shirt, half from the heat, half from rage. She's talking about me like I'm the obstacle, not the husband she vowed to stick with. I stumble outside to clear my head, the backyard buzzing with summer life, bees, lawnmowers, kids screaming down the street. I think about torching it all, the Harley, the house, our wedding album, just riding off into the sunset like some cheesy movie. Tom's great escape, I mutter, cracking a dark laugh. Maybe I'd head to the Adirondacks, live in a cabin, talk to the trees instead of a wife who's checked out. But then I see her roses, wilting in the heat, and it hits me, I'm still here, fighting for something she's already buried. That night, I text Mike, Portland's on the table. Dig deeper. He replies fast, on it. Watch your back, she's in deep. I sit on the porch, sipping a beer, watching fireflies blink in the dusk. Linda's confession keeps echoing, I love her. But it doesn't add up. If it's love, why the secrets? Why the cash? Is she running toward Riley, or away from me, or is someone else pulling the strings? I'm gutted, Reddit. 27 years and she's rewriting our story like I'm the villain. What do you think, she's lost in a fantasy, or am I the idiot holding on to a ghost? Do I chase her to Portland, confront Riley, or just let the Harley take me somewhere she can't? I'm cracking here, give me your 2 cents. It's Monday now, Syracuse is a humid swamp and I'm sitting in a house that feels like a stranger's. The last few days have been a blur, but here's how it went down. Sunday night, after Linda's I love her bombshell and that Portland text, I'm a mess. I'm on the porch, nursing a beer, when Mike, the PI calls. Got the dirt, he says, voice grim. Riley's working with Victor Pell, he's got a rap sheet for fraud, targets women like Linda. Promises them a new start, then bleeds them dry. Portland's their next hub, art collective's a front. She's moved $20,000 total now, Tom. I nearly dropped the bottle. 20? I croak. He confirms it, another $5,000 slipped out yesterday. Linda's all in, he adds. She's at Riley's now. Sorry, man. I hang up, head spinning, and stumble inside. The kitchen's a graveyard, dirty mugs. Takeout boxes, that damn gardening bag still mocking me. I grab it. Rip it open one last time. and find a folded note tucked in a side pocket. R 1 week. Can't wait. L. My hands shake as I crumple it. She's not just leaving. She's counting the days. I text her. $20,000. Linda? For a scam. No reply. I'm pacing, sweat dripping, when I hear the garage door creak open. It's her, rolling in with the Subaru, looking exhausted but wired. She drags 2 suitcases out, big ones, the kind we used for family vacations. What the hell? I say, blocking her path. She doesn't flinch. I'm moving out, Tom. It's done. I'm yelling now. To Portland? With Riley? Mike says she's scamming you. Victor's behind it. She laughs, sharp and tired. You and your detective fantasies. I'm not some victim, I chose this. Riley's real, not some con. I shove the note in her face. Then what's this? She snatches it, eyes blazing. It's my life. Let me have it. She loads the car, suitcases thumping, and I'm begging. Pathetic. I know. 27 years, Linda. Our kids. This house. Does it mean nothing? She pauses, hand on the door, and for a second I see the old her, soft, unsure. It meant something once, she says quietly. But I'm drowning here. I need this. Then she's gone. Taillights fading down the street, leaving me in the driveway with crickets screaming in my ears. Next morning, I'm numb. The house is too quiet. No humming, no clatter of her watering can. I wander upstairs, find her closet half empty. Clothes, shoes, that crescent moon necklace still on the dresser like a taunt. Downstairs, there's a box by the couch. Stuff she didn't take. Old letters from me, photos of us at Niagara Falls, a mixtape I made her in '96. I sit there, flipping through it, and the weight hits. She's erased me, but left the scraps. Mike swings by later, baseball cap pulled low. She's at Riley's, he says, handing me a folder. Bank records, texts, Victor's names all over it. I'd call the cops, but she's got to see it herself. I nod, barely hearing him. Thanks, Mike. He claps my shoulder and leaves. I open the folder. Texts between Riley and Victor. She's hooked. Portland next week. Linda's a mark, but she won't listen. I'm too drained to chase her. That night, I sit on the Harley in the garage, engine off, staring at the wall. I could ride out Canada, the coast, anywhere but here. Tom's big exit. I mutter, laughing darkly. Maybe burn the box, sell the house, start over. But those photos, us smiling, young, clueless, keep me anchored. Was it all fake? Or did she just forget? I'm hollow, Reddit. She's gone, the money's gone, and I'm stuck with a necklace and a ghost. What do you do when she picks the scam over you? Fight for her? Let her crash? I'm lost here, hit me with your takes. Sioma, Astanya Chastin a store. Shazavarshu sujed zepaparadink Chastin. Вона в тповда стилю Reddit посту для американского YouTube каналу, ma 800 to 900 SLV приблизно 4500 символов. Зберегал new атмосферу, включая спадван повороте емоцин моменте, деталта вткриті фнал з риторичними запитаннями, щоб спонукати слухач вкоментувати. Part 7. The showdown that left me questioning everything. Posted by you/shattered in Syracuse in r/true off my chest. Hey Reddit, this is it, the final chapter of my train wreck. If you're late, quick rundown. My wife Linda's been tangled up with Riley, a 20-year-old art student, draining our savings for a Portland fantasy while I've been unraveling it with a PI. Check my last posts. It's Tuesday now, Syracuse is a sticky furnace, and I'm done sitting in an empty house while Linda chases a scam. I've got Mike's folder, that crescent moon necklace, and a gut full of fire. I'm confronting them one way or another. I roll up to Riley's apartment near SU, the Harley rumbling under me. The streets alive with summer. Students grilling, music thumping. But her building's quiet, blinds drawn. I buzz her unit, no answer. Then I spot Linda's Subaru parked crooked, like she peeled in fast. I bang on the door, heart pounding, and it creaks open, unlocked. Inside, it's chaos. Canvases tossed around, takeout boxes, a half-packed suitcase spilling clothes. Linda's there, hunched over a table, counting cash. Stacks of it. Riley's pacing. Phone pressed to her ear. Voice sharp. Victor, we're good. Just move it. They freeze when they see me. Linda drops the cash. Bills fluttering, and Riley smirks. That same smug grin from the gas station. Tom. Linda stammers, stepping forward. You shouldn't be here. I hold up Mike's folder. Shouldn't I? $20,000, Linda. Victor's scam. Portland's a lie. Riley's playing you. Riley laughs, cutting me off. Oh, he's a detective now. Cute. She tosses her phone on the couch, crossing her arms. She chose me, Tom. Deal with it. I ignore her, locking eyes with Linda. 27 years. I say, voice breaking. Our kids are home. Why? She's trembling, tears welling, and for a second I think she'll crack. I told you, she whispers. I'm drowning with you. Riley's my heir. I shove the folder at her. Texts, bank records, Victor's name circled. Your heir is robbing you blind. Look. She glances at it, then away, shaking her head. You don't understand love, Tom. Let me go. Before I can argue, Riley grabs the suitcase and bolts for the door. We're done here, she snaps, brushing past me. Linda lunges after her. Riley, wait. But I block the hall. She's leaving with our money. I yell. Riley spins, eyes cold. Her money, her choice. Bye, Tom. She's out the door, suitcase banging down the stairs. Linda shoves me, desperate. Move. I need her. I grab her arm, pleading. She's gone, Linda. Victor's got her, she'll ditch you too. She yanks free, tears streaming, and runs after Riley. I stumble outside, heat slamming me, and see Riley peel out in that Mazda, suitcase in the back, cash probably stuffed inside. Linda's in the Subaru, engine roaring, chasing her down the street. I'm left on the curb, neighbors gawking as their taillights vanish. My legs give out and I sit there, asphalt burning through my jeans, the folder limp in my hand. Back home, it's dusk, fireflies blinking, air thick with humidity. The house is a mausoleum, her closet bare, that box of memories still by the couch. I open it, pull out a photo, us at Green Lakes, 2001, laughing with the kids. I trace her smile, then toss it back. The necklace glints on the counter, I grab it, ready to smash it, but stop. It's all I've got left of her, her lie, her choice. Mike calls later. Riley's off the grid, he says. Bank traced the cash, Victor's account, then poof. Linda's phone's dead too. I mutter thanks and hang up. She chased Riley, but Riley's gone, with the money, with Victor, with whatever this was. Was Linda scammed, or did she know? Did she pick the thrill over me, or was she too broken to see it? I'm alone, Harley parked, beer warm, asking myself questions with no answers. I'm gutted. 27 years and it ends with me on a curb, her chasing a ghost. Was I the fool for fighting, or was she for falling? Do I track her down, let her crash, or just ride out of this mess? Hit me with your thoughts, I need something to make sense of this wreckage. Thank you very much for listening to this story to the end, I hope you liked. We work for you, looking for and telling you the most effective stories about women's betrayal, shocking intrigue, interweaving the plot and unexpected reactions of angry men. Save us, put likes, write comments, and, of course, subscribe to the channel to not miss any story.